guys, we're going to look at how to draw cacti and succulent plants today. I love these little plants because they're made up of very interesting shapes and lines, and they're all unique. Each has its own personality. We're going to look at how to do a few different types, and then you can apply those techniques and create your own cacti and succulents. All you need today, a piece of paper, pencil, and if you have a black marker, great. If not, pencil is great too. So we're going to start with this little guy. And I like starting with this because the outside shape of this cactus is a heart. And so you're going to start by creating a heart on the side that doesn't close on the bottom. So in a Valentine heart, we would keep going, but we're not going to for this cacti. We're going to stop right there. And then all we're going to do is fill in the inside with lines so that it looks like it has layers. I'm going to push the line on the bottom flat, and then I like to give it these little extra growths. Cacti often just sort of burst out with their own extra little plants on top, which is one of the reasons I like it. They're not symmetrical. They have a lot of different shapes balancing them in different directions, so they're not symmetrical. It's not divided in half equally. It's all sort of its own shape. So you can add whatever you want to make it look realistic. We're going to put this cactus in a pot, and all I'm doing for that is a straight line underneath it, and then my pot is going to come down, and then you can add a decoration to your pot if you want. I like to have my pots have decoration. And then because I'm doing this on video and the pencil is a little lighter, I'm going to use my marker just so you can see it a little more close. I'm going to trace over my lines, and then I'm going to add the sharp little points of the cactus. And again, because each of these are unique and have their own personality, each set of points that come out are going to look a little different. They don't have to be exactly even. They don't have to be exactly symmetrical. They just can kind of be however you want. One fun thing to kind of experiment with if you have a black marker is to start at the point of a line. I'll do one here and kind of flick it. So what happens when you flick it like that is that the point at the bottom of your sticker is a little wider, and as you flick it, it gets a little thinner, and that's kind of what the cactus points look like, a little thicker on the bottom where they're attached to the plant. Once I'm done with that, if I have used a marker, just like we do in class, I can go back with a eraser and just erase any pencil lines that I had showing through, just to kind of clean up my drawing. And that is one style. Another style we can look at is one that you might think of that you see in like a desert scene, but these come in little sizes as well, so you can get a small one to put in a pot. For this, all we're gonna do is almost a rocket shaped cactus. It needs arms, so I'm going to go straight out, come around. I like to make the arm up here a little smaller. I don't know why. You don't have to. You could do whatever you want. This should be a little rounder. Sorry, there we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing where I put it in a pot. And I always make the pot a little bit longer on the edges so that it looks like it's going in. But you do want to make sure, I'll show you a little trick, you want to make sure that the pot is even across here so that it makes it look like the plant is going in. So rather than having this cactus down below that, I don't want that. I want the bottom right here to match up with the pot. So sometimes I'll just draw the pot first and have the cactus flow into that, whatever works for you. But you do want that to be the same, the bottom of the cactus and the top of the pot to be the same. And then for this guy, I'm going to have the lines coming down, kind of curved on the outside to make it look like it has form, very slightly curved, not a super severe curve, but just a gradual one. These guys need some lines as well. And then I liked putting, again, that little, I like to think of them just like little friends of the cactus that come out of it. I've always thought it was so interesting. Often those are a color. So let's say the cacti is green. Sometimes the thing that comes out of it, this extra little friend, is often pink or red. So if you wanted to add a little color to that, you could. I kept mine all black and white. So I won't make you sit and watch me do that, but this is what it's going to look like when you're done. This next one we're going to do, this little guy, is quite similar to the one we just did. So let's grab my pencil again. So I'm going to do, for this I actually start with the pot because it's a little smaller. So notice that when I do the pot, I'm just making the sides of the pot a slight angle in. Just a little bit, just to make it look like the pots that you have outside, because the angles of those go down a little bit. It makes it look like this has form, like an actual pot. And remember, form, I'm going to write that really quickly here, form. Remember, form is one of our elements of art, and it means that we are trying to make this look like it's something I could pick up. So it has form, it's three-dimensional. So for this cacti, I'm going to just do that same rocket shape. And the little bit of different twist on this is that instead of having straight prickles coming out, I'm doing these little V's all the way around. I had a cactus that kind of has this, so that's what gave me that idea. And again, one of the really fun things about this is that every cacti is different, and so whatever you have at home, or that you've seen a picture of, or that you have in your imagination for a cacti will work great. Do a quick border, and again, whatever design you want to do for that, for this little guy. The rest of these are the same shapes that we've done for this. All of these are echoing this. And this is simply, I just have a couple of really cute cacti that I've gotten as gifts that are in mugs, which is always a great idea, I think, for a plant container. And these, of course, if you're looking at this pot or this mug, after I drew the mug, I just was doing really simple leaves that came out of one another all the way across and then added a pattern. So this is really open-ended. If you take those simple shapes, you could create a whole garden of cacti and succulents. I bet you could come up with your own shapes because there are really so many different ones. I hope you enjoy doing this, and I'd love to see your cacti garden. And fun.